know everything about Christopher Columbus? You don't? Okay. Well, we're going to show you and what he really did. They colonized and enslaved you. You see what this right here? See what they doing? These are the Spaniards and the conquistadors. See what they doing to your people? To our people? You see what they doing? They having them enslaved. Y'all didn't just have Mexico. Y'all had Texas, California, Arizona, Nevada. Y'all had all their territory. But the colonizers, your oppressors, took that from y'all. Do you know when they came over here, they forced this image and they forced this doctrine upon us? If we refuse this, they would kill us.
Hey, this for the transgressors, enemies and our ancestors. Broke the laws and the applied pressure. Now we in the field like some vine dressers, picking cotton whips on our back.
Do you know anything about Christopher Columbus? You don't? Okay. All right, so they teaching us lies in these schools, in the educational systems and stuff like that. They're going to teach us lies about Christopher Columbus, how he came over here and all this, blah, 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 whatever. But at the same time, what we're going to show you and what he really did, they colonized and enslaved you.
The book of Genesis, chapter 49 and verse 14. Issachar is a strong ass.
So Issachar is a strong ass. Now we compare this comparing you to your symbol when it comes to Issachar. Issachar, when it goes to a strong ass, it means that you are a strong worker. You understand? Y'all are strong workers, right? Keep reading.
Crouching down between two burdens.
Now you are crouching down between two burdens. When it comes to them two burdens, it goes to Mexico and America. The burden of Mexico is, you were born in Mexico, right? Have you been to Mexico? Do you know, have your parents ever taught you or told you what's going on in Mexico? What made them come to America? No. All right. So, long story short, when it goes to the government and it goes to the cartels, heard of the cartels? Okay. That is a burden when it goes to the Mexicans living in their land. So that's why they try to seek refuge in America. But what they have to do to get to America? They got to cross, right? So what things they have to go through for them to cross to America? Most of them. Some of them, they come in a legal matter. Some of them, they marry a wife here so they can get legal citizenship and stuff like that, right? But what most of them do? They cross. How they cross? They cross what they call illegally, right? Okay. Then what they do to them if they catch them coming over here? Step between two burdens. You understand? It's talking about you. Keep reading.
And he saw that rest was good.
He saw that rest was good because y'all are hard workers. Know how your family get down, right? When they party hard, don't they?
That's right.
Keep it real. What's their favorite beer? What's their favorite beer? Modelo's. They get down, bro.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? They found rest good. Keep reading.
And the land that it was pleasant. And bowed his shoulder to bear, and became a servant unto tribute.
Became a servant unto tribute. This goes to captivity. You know what I'm saying? They became a servant to tribute. That's why y'all are real diligent at working at these jobs, but you are serving to tribute as to paying taxes. Now, you know what I'm saying? Because we serve the tribute as well. But at a point of time, you wasn't there serving the tribute because you were really made to be rulers of these other nations. But you strayed away from keeping the commandments of God. Then what happened to us? As you can see on the sign right here. Remember what I had told you. Give me Deuteronomy 28:15, and we're going to read verse 64. Remember what I had told you, right? You see what this right here was? See what they doing? These are the Spaniards and the conquistadors. See what they doing to your people? To our people? You see what they doing? They having them in slavery. But at the same time, you got to understand, Issachar, Gad, Reuben, Issachar, Gad, and Reuben was of this part of the northern part of America. You understand? Y'all didn't just have Mexico. Y'all had Texas, California, Arizona, Nevada, New Mexico. Y'all had all their territory. But the colonizers, your oppressors, took that from y'all. Just like the tribe of Gad. Tribe of Gad had more of the northern areas, Mississippi, Oklahoma, all of them other areas, right? And the tribe of Reuben had Florida and the close states that's by them, right? They went through the same thing because they're your brothers. You understand? Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
God said, if we don't keep his commandments and statutes, all these curses are going to come upon us. These things is going to happen to us, right? Now read verse 64.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
God going to scatter us among all people. How will he scatter us among all people? Deuteronomy 28 verse 41. Jump there. Verse 41. Read that.
Verse 41. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them.
Why?
For they shall go into captivity.
God said our people going to go into captivity, sold to other slave plantations. When the conquistadors came over here, when it comes to the 1492 era, when they came over here, they enslaved our people that was over here already and sold them to be slaves in Europe. You understand? Now go back. 64, read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
Among all people, all these nations outside the 12 tribes of Israel had our people in slavery. So-called Caucasians, the so-called Caucasians, the East Indians, the Arabs, who else? The so-called Africans, because they are not our people. You understand? Even though they have dark skin like us, they are not our people. Because the first people that had us in slavery entirety is the Egyptians. Is you familiar with the story of Moses and the people that were slaves to the Egyptians? Yes, that was our forefathers. The Egyptians were dark skinned. Our forefathers were dark skinned. People of pigmentation. You understand? All right, 2 more scriptures. Hold on 1 second.
I'm already late.
66. You finna go to work?
I got a planning meeting.
You got a what?
A planning meeting.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Read it.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth, even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
He said, you will serve other gods neither your fathers have known, either wood and stone, right? So our people were brought into captivity. They started to take upon these other nations' traditions, their customs, and their beliefs when it goes to these fake gods, right? Who is this? You sure? You sure this is Jesus? They were we were taught, right? They taught us this, right? Do you know when they came over here, they forced this image and they forced this doctrine upon us? If we refuse this, they would kill us. Did you know that? Exactly. Now, we said that you would be taught other gods, which your father have not known, either wood or stone. That wood goes to the wooden cross, Christianity. The stone goes to Islam. Right? The two bloodless religions that had the major part in having us in slavery. They colonized our people. They were Christians that did this. These are the so-called Christians that did this to our people. They brought this to us. But this is not in the Bible. You understand? Not only they brought this to us, they forced their language upon us as well. That's why you see right here. Let me show them this real quick. New Revelation 1:14. We're gonna wrap it up. You see this right here? What this say? What this say right there? In what? New Mexico. Wow. It's written in what? In Hebrew. They found it in where? New Mexico. I need you to repeat that so it can get stuck in your head. Because they know who we are. Right. We the children of Israel. Right. When they came over here, they saw that our people was upholding the biblical cultures that always been taught to our people. Even when it comes to this. Where does it look familiar with? Did this look familiar? Who else was wearing this? Well, it was our people that were wearing this. But who was over here that was wearing this? What other people, can you find them on the sign? Just look at it. They're wearing this. They're accustomed to wearing this. Check this out. You see that? What they wearing right there? The same thing. Them are fringes. It's a commandment that the children of Israel wear fringes on the bottom of their garment. That's Numbers 15. That's in the Bible. That's in the Bible. It is our heritage. So they found Hebrew writings in New Mexico because they knew that you were from the tribe of Issachar. That's why our people were dressing in these ways, because they were keeping these customs and these traditions. They forced these doctrines upon us. Have you worshiping them as God? You weren't worshiping the one true God, because the one true God, the one true Christ, looks like this. Revelation 1:14, read it.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
He said his hairs on his head, the hair on his face was white in color and woolly in texture. What nation of people has woolly hair? Do it look like it's woolly hair? You saying yes? Do we got hair like sheep? So what nation of people has hair like sheep? Because sheep coming. Huh? Yeah, you can find some of your people, you know what I'm saying, Issachar as well, that has woolly hair. That's darker skinned. Woolly hair, look at that young man hair right there. You see that? That's woolly hair. See that? The young man with the glasses? That's woolly hair. That's woolly hair. So, Christ has hair like the so-called black man. Right? Keep reading.
As white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Keep reading.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
Say his feet like unto fine brass. You know what the word brass means? Okay. Do you know what the color of brass is? Do you know the color of bronze? What color of bronze? Brown. Yeah. See? Like brown, right? You see that? You see now you can see, look at it, how it's different kind of shades. Like you said, goldish brown. You see it's like light brown and dark brown. These are like different shades of brown, right? Okay. Keep reading.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
He said, as if they burnt in the furnace. You put anything in fire, you'll get what? As it's red, what color it be? It will get darker, right? Remember what he showed you. There is different shades of brown. The darker it is when, like it says, it burnt in the furnace. Because you put any metals, you purify metals by putting them in the fire. You know what I'm saying? When you put brass in fire, the purifier is going to get darker. So, is this the true image of Christ now? It's not according to the Bible, not according to your book, because the Bible belongs to you and your people, our people. You understand? Now give me Hosea real quick. Let me go ahead and get this wrapped up. Hosea 7, start at verse 8. Read that, come on.
The book of Hosea, chapter 7 and verse 8. Ephraim, he had mixed himself among the people.
He said Ephraim. Ephraim, it goes to the head of the 10 tribes that came over here. Hundreds of years ago when the Persians was in power, right? That's when our people came over here this side of the world, all right? Ephraim on down, Manasseh, Simeon, Zebulun, Gad, Reuben, Asher, Issachar, and Naphtali. That's when y'all came over here. When they say Ephraim, it involves all these tribes that came over here, because Ephraim was the head of all the tribes that came over here, understand? So it said Ephraim have what? Ephraim have what?
Ephraim had mixed himself among the people.
He said you have mixed yourself among the people, right? When you are mixing yourself among the people, among the other nations outside our people, the 12 tribes, what you are doing, you are deteriorating your genetic makeup when you mix with these other nations. You're deteriorating your genetic makeup, your features, right? Keep reading.
Ephraim is a cake not turned.
Say, Ephraim is a cake not turned. When you cook a cake and don't flip it, it becomes two-tone, right? One side is darker and one side is lighter, right? So just say you and me, for example. I'm darker, you lighter, right? Okay, keep reading.
Strangers have devoured his strength.
Say, strangers have devoured your strength. These strangers right here, these heathens, they devoured your strength. Your true strength, what they devoured you from, is the word of God. It's the commandments that God gave us to keep to be the greatest people on this planet Earth. But they also devour your strength genetically. That's why you don't have the fully woolly hair. That's why you don't have the dark features. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, your spirit condones with us.
That's right.
Your spirit condones with us. Y'all spirit condones with us because we are brothers.
That's right.
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endured.